Good evening, everyone.
Bala sir, is my screen, is my presentation visible?
Yes,
Yes,
it
sir.
is. Yes,
Okay.
it is, Sukrant.
Awesome. Mm, I think another minute and we'll start. It's 3:30, 3:27. Okay, so couple
3:27? You mean
minutes.
5:27?
5:27, sorry.
Unless you're in a different time zone.
Good sir.
5:27.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
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 Good evening.
I
Good
think we
evening.
should I make a new presentation slide where it's just good
Good
evening?
evening. Yes. Everybody's happy. Yes, that's good. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. I can see some repeat names from last time around. The NPTEL team, can you make us the co-hosts, please? Sukrat and I.
I think good to go. Let's start.
Yeah, good to go. We can start.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. Everybody who said good evening and everybody who did not say good evening and who wrote good evening. Good evening to all of you. Unless you're in another time zone, then good morning and good night to you. We are here for our final session, final live session for NPTEL's Design Thinking a Primer. I am Sukrat. I'm one of the course instructors and TAs for this course. Along with me is Dr. Bala Ramudure. You're very familiar with him through the videos and all the lectures that you've seen of him. This session primarily focuses on answering doubts related to your exam, how to prepare for it, and other addressing other questions that you have asked in the forum. So we'll be starting off now. At any point, if you have any further questions, anything to say, please raise your hand. We'll take you up. Yeah. For now, I have a set of questions that I have derived from the forum that we'll be answering one by one. Most of your questions, in our experience, will get answered in this set of questions and slides itself. If anything there's beyond this, please let us know. We'll try to answer it to our best capacity. Also, I would request everyone, if you are not actively speaking, please make sure that your audio is on mute. Otherwise, our voices will get jumbled. Right, so perfect. Let's go and we'll start off with the introductions and the thing. Okay,
ಇವಾಗ ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಆದೆ ನೋಡು ಅವ್ರ ಅದೇನೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್
someone's speaking. Can you? Okay, admin is speaking. Okay. So, this is Balasar's profile. He is the CEO and co-founder of Spirelia. It's a startup pre-incubated by IIT Madras. He is a professor at SIBM Pune and also a guest faculty at IIT Madras. He also is a visiting professor at Universidad Pan America, Mexico, and uh, this is the book that he has written, and I think lessons from which you have already witnessed in the videos. And we also suggest that you buy this book if you want to know even more details about karmic design thinking as a process and a principle. And this is
Senator
available
बोंबला
on
लागले
Amazon, his own
सगळे
website,
बोंबलाले
and
हा हा
Flipkart. I would
काय नाही
request the
असलं काय
participants
उपयोगाचं
to
म्हणजे ते ना,
please be
ते
on mute.
माहीतच
Sir,
नाही.
can you mute them from your end if possible?
No, I'm not the co-host, so I can't
Okay.
mute anybody.
All right.
NPTEL team, can you please make us co-hosts? Mahesh, Karthik.
Okay.
Request to all
So
participants, please mute yourselves because it seems to be disturbing the others.
I'll try to.
हाँ मेरे कुछ बोल नहीं रहे हैं बस सेशन सेशन चालू हो गया है तो मुझे किस पे कह रहा
Mr. Dhruva, Miss Himanshi, please mute yourselves.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. So we'll start off now. The first question that we have, and I think that covers one of the questions that has popped in the chat box also. Can you suggest any tips or tricks for exam preparation last 2 days remaining? We have solved assignments but not confident about answering case studies. So this is a very blanket question. It covers mostly everything. I'll try to answer it to my best possible thing, and Bala sir, please step in. So, and if you want to make notes of it, learners, please do. So, your exam will be in the form of MCQs. There won't be anything subjective. So it's all, just multiple choice questions. It'll be a 40 question exam. So it'll have a total of two sections. One is of 1 mark each, 30 questions of 1 mark each, and then 10 questions of 2 marks each, which ends up to 50 marks total. Um, the questions will be based on the concepts that you have learned throughout week 1 and week 1 to week 4, all of them. There'll be multiple choice and multiple select questions, so there can be multiple answers for a single question. So make sure to see whether the question presents you with a radio button or a checkbox, so you can know which one is multi-select and which one is a single answer question. The questions will be based on the concepts and the application of design thinking, a primer. So basically, all the questions, all the topics that fall under empathize, analyze, solve, and test, the EAST 4 stages of design thinking, the iteration bit of it, and the application of how design thinking can apply in certain cases. That said, will the questions be very difficult? In my experience, not really. Will the questions make you think what exactly was in EAST? Yes. When it comes to the application part of it or the case study correlated questions, we'll be doing a case study run over also. We have a small caselet ready for you. Within this call, we'll be touching upon that. So, you can participate, and we're not disclosing the answers right away. So, of course, this will be a good discussion forum for us to, think and figure out which question exactly it is that, which answer exactly it is that will be the correct one. When it comes to preparing for it, I would suggest that you go through the videos and you go through the assignments also, since the assignments already cover all the concepts covered in the 4 weeks of videos. The best way to understand and the best way to actually understand design thinking itself as a process and as a subject is to apply it. And I would constantly urge, and I always constantly urge my students and the fellow participants with me that if you really need to understand what exactly design thinking is, the best way to do it is by practicing it. Try to understand how to apply it, try empathize it with a specific user. You try to understand what their problems are, you make a customer journey map out of it, you write down their problems, observe their nature, observe their problems. And Suhani, can you please turn your
क्या हो
गिरा
रहा
नहीं,
है ये
पकड़ी है ना, नहीं पाया
3 लोग बोल रहे हैं।
मैसेज भेजा व्हाट्सएप पे।
Please mute
फोन ले
everyone.
लियो, तू फोन ले लियो, तू फोन ले लियो, आ जाना। म्यूट का ऑप्शन कहाँ से आ रहा है भाई इसमें? म्यूट का ऑप्शन कहाँ से आ रहा है भाई? ये तो मोरा अवेलेबल ना?
mute option is on the left hand corner. Can you please, I'll try to text the NPTEL team.
वो रहता है उसका ऑप्शन कि जितने में ज्वाइन हो गया वो म्यूट रहेंगे, अगर तुम एक्सेस दोगे तभी ऑन होगा। और ऐसे जो लोग चिल्लाते हैं मायोनीज हो रखा है
This is not ideal.
इस टाइप का कुछ हो रखा है।
Uh,
Sukrad, I've asked the
Branding
NPTEL
mode.
team to give us co-host access so that we can mute everyone.
आराम से।
Here's a request to everyone.
Okay.
Can you please mute yourselves? There's a lot of background noise. We can't hear anything.
चल रहा है।
Everyone, can you please mute yourselves? Okay. I
okay,
think
brilliant.
we
We are co-host now.
Yeah.
Exam.
Mute. Okay, perfect. So I think except Ruchi and Kokila, everybody are muted.
Just a second, Sukrad. Just a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
Now
So
we should be okay. Yeah.
okay, awesome. So yeah, as I was saying, so EAST, 4 stages of design thinking. How do you recap that? One is to actually practice it in real life with a customer, with a user. And try to apply it through the steps and the processes that we have talked about, which are customer journey map, multiple multi-whys or 5 why questions. Try to figure out a lot of ideas in the ideation or the solve phase. You come up with conflicts that can possibly emerge within a solution. And then finally make a prototype and run it through the customer again, understand what their feedback is, and just apply them in real life context, and that will be the essence of design thinking. In terms of questions and how the questions are being formed, there are a lot of concepts that we have talked about within the 4 weeks. I would advise that you go through the assignments once and also go through the just 1 second, sorry. And if possible, please go through the book that is available for your reading. Yes, Bala sir, you have raised your hand.
Okay. I was going to say that yes, the exams are mainly to test you on 2 things. One is the recall factor. So how much are you able to recall the concepts that we've explained in the course during using the videos, of the lectures. But also we look at application. So Siddharth and co have applied, design thinking on real life examples. So you will be able to see that also. So that's the second half of the exam itself. So these are two big parts. I just want to give a bigger picture of what is this exam all about. Exam, yes, we will have these questions and modalities and all of that. But however, at a high level, One is recall based, another is application. So that's what I want to drive. And yes, all the other tips Sukrat already mentioned. You can go through videos, you can read the book, you can do all of the other good stuff. So this is what I wanted to interject on. Thanks, Sukrat. Go ahead.
Have I covered mostly how to prepare for it? If not, please let me know what else can I tell.
I think there's
Yeah.
one question asking, is the assignments question, will they be repeated?
Right. So the assignment will give you a small hint as to what the questions might look like. Will they be exactly like that, or will they be a copy paste of what you have answered already in the assignments? No. They will be very conceptual and application based questions. But that is pretty much how the limit that we can tell you at this point. So yeah, that is pretty much it. The type of questions that you should encounter are all MCQs or multi-select questions. So MCQ meaning only one answer would be the correct one out of the four options given. Multi-select would be you can select more than one options which can be correct within the same question. And I think I've mentioned it in the chat box also that there'll be 40 questions in total. 10 questions will be of 2 marks and 30 questions will be of 1 mark each. There will be no essay, there will be no negative marking. You don't have to write anything as such. There is no subjective answer. There will just be multiple choice questions and multi-select questions. 2 marks in MCQs will go to the caselet based questions. So, in the first 30 questions, mostly your concept will be tested. And in the last 10 questions, how you're actually going to apply those concepts that will be tested. That is why they are double the marks of the regular questions. Will there be partial marking for MCQs? No. Will the exam be of 50 marks? They'll scale up to 75. So, whatever you have to attempt is for 50, they will then scale up to 75. 75% is what they'll pick out of the entire thing.
Yeah, there is a slide dedicated to what is the exact distribution,
Yeah.
and Sukrat will, yeah, and it's also there on the NPTEL course page that you see when you open. You will see that there's a big set of paragraphs. That is essentially what we follow: 25% for assignments and 75% for the final exam. Yes, this is the one. This is there on the course website, and you can see the eligibility criteria as well. So this is all automatically calculated, with respect to what we have. Yeah, back to you.
Nitesh, you don't have to bring your own laptop. The college or the center will be providing you with a device or with a desktop where you can sit and attempt the questions. There'll be a total of 40 questions. Um, Important topics. Important topics are the 4 stages that are empathize, analyze, solve, and test. Um, and the applications and the concepts talked under, discussed under under those specific topics. There are no negative marks, and the duration of the exam. Sir, do you know the duration of the exam?
So it's a total of 3 hours.
Okay.
1.5 hours is when you're allowed to submit. So after
Mm-hmm.
90 minutes, only you're allowed to submit. So if you finish it fast, if you finish it slow, it doesn't matter. Only after 90 minutes will you be able to submit. After that, you can take time till 3 hours, 180 minutes. So typically, for statistically, we have seen that an average student sits there, or sorry, I'm sorry, an average learner sits there for about 2 hours, 120 and 130 minutes. This is what we have seen over the years. So that's the typical length it takes for you to sit. Now, if you go through the video, I mean, already we talked about it, you should be fine. There are no negative marks. I think that keeps on coming here as a theme. We don't have any practice question papers to give you. Um, you know, I insist that I mean, it's of course tomorrow is the start of the exams, so you can't do that. Do what I suggest, but in the long run, it is advisable to apply design thinking to a real project that you care about. So that way, it's all the learning is through experience. Now, um, you can't do that in a overnight, but certainly in the long run, we would advise that. Yeah, that was what I wanted
There
to
are
add.
some concerns about clothing, so you can probably wear something that is decent and comfortable. There is no formal or semi-formal as such that we care about. And can we get important questions? I would suggest that you go through the assignments once. We will repeat the or we will touch upon the important topics in a very small manner shortly. So please hold on to that. As far as the documents are concerned, take your Aadhaar card or take one of your government ID cards along with your hall ticket. That is more important. Taking your hall ticket is very, very important. Um,
Sukrat, I'd like to add that the hall ticket has instructions also on it about the identification. Uh, I think any ID should suffice, Sukrat.
any government-based ID
Any
should work.
government ID, government
Yeah,
issued ID should work. Yes.
yeah.
I would say
Uh,
give yourself half an hour before the exam appear. That's what they recommend. I think, right? You have to go there before half an hour of the exam itself, because you have to sign depending on the crowd that there is in the exam center. It could be, you will have to wait sometimes. You'll have to do this formality, sign here, find your name, find your spot, breathe in, breathe out. If you're exam, however easy or difficult it is, has you it gets gives you butterflies. And no matter how experienced you are or how inexperienced you are, it always gives. So take your time, sit there, and it should give you enough to soak in, and then take the question one by one. We have made sure that it is just at the right difficulty. Sukrat and Sham have been very particular that it's at the right challenge. It won't be super easy. It won't be super hard. So it's the right balance according to us. At least according to us, at least if you've gone through the material. Yeah.
in MSQs, if you have selected one correct answer and there are two correct answers, there won't be any partial mark. You will have to select both the correct options, is what I believe. People who have not attempted any assignments, if you can see on the screen right now, the only way to be eligible for the certificate, the end certificate, is that you have to have some score, at least 10 out of 25 score or more for in the assignments. And the rest is the exam score. So if you have not attempted any assignment or if you don't have assignment marks, I fear that it's not going to work out for you. Um, People who have not submitted any assignments will probably also not. Is there an eligibility criteria for them? I don't.
No, you have to
Okay.
have at least 10 on 25,
Okay.
which
Okay.
means
Okay.
that, yeah, you have to have got at least two assignments in, and all of them correct, I think, because best three they take up.
Right.
And there was a question saying, hey, if I get 23 in assignment and exam I get 17, will that be counted as a pass? No, because you have to get at least 30 on 75 in the final exam. So that won't be considered as, I can't push it. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
what I think. Yeah.
So how to send design thinking primer project proposals in order to participate in the workshop? This is a question that has come up quite a lot in the discussion forum. In week 4 section in your NPTEL dashboard, there will be a link wherein you can submit your proposal. You can definitely put in your detailed proposal of whatever you want to pitch, whatever you want to work on, and we can take it ahead from there. So, and it is still open. So if you wish to go back and if you have a specific thing that you want to pitch and contribute towards in the design thinking community, that also we will entertain. Um, Okay,
Yeah, there
people.
is a direct message I got from a learner saying I'm pursuing MBA in International Transportation and Logistics Management, which is
Okay.
part of a supply chain management. I want to know if how I can utilize this course in best way in my program and future profession in supply chain management. So this is not exam related. However, I will go ahead and answer this. In supply chain management, think of who is the user of whatever service that you deliver, whatever products that you deliver, and whichever part of the supply chain you are in. Think of the user that goes on, or who is the recipient of your service. Whether it is a person handling the delivery packages, whether it is the person who's driving a vehicle from place A to place B, whether it is a person who's opening the packages, whether it is the person who's doing the final mile delivery, or scanning the barcode, whatever it is. Look at all of those people who are handling it. So, and take one of them, those become your persona, and you start empathizing with them. So, this is the way in which your supply chain can be integrated with human centered design or design thinking. So, you can think of their journey, whichever part of this entire supply chain they are part of, and then you think about how to enhance their life, how to improve their life using analysis and then solutioning, and then seeing a small prototype how to make it better. So this has been how we would apply design thinking to any sector. Identify the human being and then solve problems for them. Identify the problems with that human respect to that human being and solve problems for that. Test it with the prototype and see how you can improve it and be cyclical about it. Yeah, Sukrat, back to you.
Yeah. There is a recurrent question in the chat box, which is if you mark one answer out of the correct two options in an MSQ, will you get half the marks? The answer is no. You have to select both to get a full mark. There is no half mark option available there. Um, Level of questions is medium to easy to medium. It's not very difficult. It's not very extremely scientifically concept based. Not going very hardcore into the details of the concepts taught. So it's going to be fairly very easy. We have sensed that the passing percentage is quite high for the people who attempt. So don't worry, guys. Just study.
I am not sure about the very easy part, but I am sure it's easy to medium difficult is what I would say. If you, I mean, it's very easy for people who have been consistent with the videos, who read the books, who have assigned marked the assignments correctly, who have sort of revised the subjects and know about the concept. It can be let's say I wouldn't use the word easy so often, uh, because we have had failed, one out of, I don't know, one out of four people have failed in this exam in the past. So I'm not going to say this is a 90% pass kind of course. So it is a 70 to 80% pass course in the past. This group may be different, but I'm just saying statistics.
Right. There is one person who has been asking this one question, so it doesn't matter if we give exam or no. As you said, certificate won't be entertained for such cases. In case you haven't attempted any assignment, uh, you won't be eligible for a certificate. So no, the answer is no. Um, For people who have just joined, I'll give you a very quick recap and then we'll move on to the next question. The questions, total number of questions will be 40. There will be 30 1 mark questions and 10 2 mark questions. The questions will be concept and application based. All of them will be MCQs and MSQs, that is multiple select questions and multiple choice questions. There is no negative marking, and the exam will be 3 hours long, although you won't need 3 hours to attempt all the questions. You can, based on the center that you are in, also leave the exam, I think, after 90 minutes of having started the exam. So they will definitely announce within the exam hall when cannot you leave. Original or Xerox copy of the government IDs is fine. Um,
Mm, I think
uh,
any
any
form of government ID should be fine.
any
I
form
keep
of
saying, yeah,
government ID should be
any
fine.
government ID, if you have voter ID or driver's license, um, PAN card, I think those are the common forms of
Yeah, they should
ID.
do.
Or I don't, if you're a government college, I think your ID is valid, is it? Or I don't know. I'm not sure. Just read through the document or write to support at nptel.ac.in to find that out.
Right, and there are some people who are asking for passing criteria and eligibility. I would request you to go through the slide that I have shared right now. You will get a pretty good gist of what is the passing criteria.
Yeah, this has information on the assignments. If you have the best three assignments, so and that's what we take, and it's I don't know, computed to be about out of 25. It's a little complex. I don't know why it's like that, but it's like that. It's been traditionally like that. So we have that, and if you have not given any assignments at all, then it's not possible to get a certificate because you will not cross the 10 out of 25 mark with no assignment being answered. Yeah.
Right, so there is one question Manjunath has asked. What is the difference between karmic design thinking and IDEO model? You have stressed more on 4 stages model. We teach students with 5 stages.
Hmm.
So, would you like to take that up?
Yes, this is a
All right.
frequently asked question. 5 stage versus 4 stage. In fact, I wrote a blog post on that, and I believe we did cover it in the frequently asked questions video. I'm not sure if it's uploaded yet. Anyway, the answer is we what we have is empathize, analyze, solve, and test, and the IDEO model or the Stanford model also has empathize as the first step. They have define as the second step. We have analyze, which is one and the same in purpose because we are trying to define the problem by through analysis with couple of methods, which is multi-why and conflict of interest. The third stage is solve, is what we call. In the IDEO method, it's called ideate, which is the same because we're generating ideas using brainstorming or the TRIZ methodology. And the last phase that we have is test, where you have to build prototypes. In the Stanford method, it is prototype and test, which are two different steps. We have it as one step, which is test, because we build the prototype and then take it back to empathize again with the customer. So that's why it's not the fifth step. The fifth one is back to the user or the customer, and that's why we have only 4 stages. So it's in spirit, it's the same. What we find is 4 stages are easier to remember than five, and we have an acronym for that: EAST: empathize, analyze, solve, and test. So it's easier to remember. Also, all our students have said that it's easier to remember this way. So that's why it's 4 stages, not five. Yeah.
Uh, okay. All right. Okay. I think we've answered that question. So when will hall ticket be issued? I think hall ticket will be issued to you shortly if it already has not. If it still has, I mean, if you wait, so you can write to support at nptel.ac.in in case you are having any problems with the hall ticket. Balasar has just shared a link on which he talks about the 4 versus 5 stages of design thinking. Hall ticket, as Shatayu, I am hoping that is the correct pronunciation, has already been issued, so that shouldn't be a problem. Devang has a burning question. So Devang, we've mentioned it and again in the uh, website or the course portal itself that what is the eligibility criteria for a certification. This is there pretty much everywhere in the examination thing. So
Sukrat, sorry to interrupt you, but I think he's asking about the fees for that. The registration date was done long time ago.
okay.
You should have registered for an exam. There was a form, and you have to have registered, paid, and then only you get a hall ticket. So that's the step, and that was closed way back when. So I'm not sure what you're saying, you're talking about. I don't think you will be asked to pay any money after that. Yeah, that's that. It was closed a while back.
Right. So, in the interest of time, and we also want to revise a couple of topics, we will do that in a single shot. What I have in front of you in the screen that I'm presenting is a small caselet that we made just today. This will give you an idea of what the caselet would look like. We can go through the shared screen for a minute and read out what exactly it is. I'll read out for you, and then we'll try to answer those questions, and we'll see, how you gauge the topics and everything else. This will also give you a certain sense of the difficulty level of the questions that you'll be facing shortly in the exam. So I'll read out the case study. It's a case study on improving an online grocery shopping website. Freshmart, an online grocery store, has been facing customer complaints about long checkout times, difficulty finding products, and lack of delivery slot flexibility. Their goal is to redesign the website for a smoother shopping experience. The target audience is working parents who often shop for groceries late at night. So, how I would suggest you to break this case study down is just read it line by line. Try to understand what the exact problem statement is, who the exact customer is, what their problems are. So, herein the people who are trying to fix, or the design thinkers, in this case is the Freshmart uh, grocery store who wants to it's an organization which wants to fix its specific problems, the feedback that they're getting from their users. um, the three problems that I can see right here in front of me are long checkout times, finding difficulty in finding products, and lack of delivery slot flexibility, right? And the way they are trying to maneuver this problem is by redesigning the website and giving the shoppers a better experience. And who the target audience is the working parents. Now, the question that comes in front of you, and I would love to see more enthusiasm in the answer. You can just write the A, B, C, D, whichever you feel is correct. The question I will read now is that which design thinking activity would be most suitable for uncovering customer frustration during the checkout process? The first option is brainstorming with the design team. Second option B is conducting user observation and usability testing. Option C is creating a mood board for inspiration. Option D is developing a high fidelity prototype immediately. So the questions are in front of you, and I am getting some answers here. So there is D, B, B, D, option B, answer D, option B. Lot of people going in for B. Um, okay, a lot of people are selecting B, and I think by general consensus, and we'll talk about the concept behind this exactly. So I'll let me touch upon that. So which design thinking activity would be the most suitable for uncovering customer frustration during the checkout process? So if you try to recap and go back in your head, what exactly are the four stages? So the first stage itself is the empathize stage, wherein we try to understand what the customer problem is. And how do we do that? By observing the customers, by interviewing them, by understanding what exactly is it that they are facing problems with. So out of the four options by basic elimination, we see that option B is the correct answer. Any questions with any doubts with this specific question or the concept around it, please let me know. There are some people who are saying option D. Sadly, that's not the thing, and that is something that we are definitely against, which is the point of design thinking. We're not making high fidelity prototypes to begin with. We have to first test with a low fidelity prototype, make another prototype maybe, and run it back with the users, get the feedback, and then finally launch something which has a heavier effort involved. That is the high fidelity prototype. We won't do that. So the correct answer is option B. Okay, perfect. So second question is, which new feature would best address the needs of Freshmart's target audience? So the first option that we have here is social media integration for grocery lists, flexible delivery time slots with reminders, a virtual tour of the grocery warehouse, gamification with badges for frequent buyers. I'll give you a minute to read this, and we will then. This is an MCQ, so it's a single select answer. People who are writing B and C, pick one. We'll go with that. So okay, B. Most of the people are selecting B. If at any point, if you have any concern, if you have any doubt, please raise your hand or write in the chat box. We will try to address it. Any conceptual difficulty that you are facing with the questions, we will definitely, try to address it. Should I move on with the next question? Most of them are writing B, so I think the answer is very clear. B is the correct answer for this. Next question that we have is, how should Freshmart measure the effectiveness of the redesigned checkout process? First option is track cart abandonment rates before and after redesign. Second option is count the number of new visitors to the website. C, analyze competitor websites for improvements. And D is evaluate how many new products are added each week. So I'll leave it out for a minute for people to answer. And if you want me to show you the main caselet again, I will try to show it to you. So a lot of people are writing D, okay. Some are writing A, or is one C. Okay. A and D. That is the split that we have, Balasur. Most of the people are writing A and D. Would you like to comment on this?
Well, I was busy answering the questions on chat.
Okay.
Let me.
Sorry.
No worries,
Yeah.
no worries. Effectiveness or measure the effectiveness of its redesigned checkout. So, well, the checkout process was a problem with the company Freshmart. So they went through the entire designing process. They're at the end of it. So now they can look at how is it that we can see if it is really works or not. This is the key, right? You go back to the start of the EAST. You have to see, is there a metric to see if I can evaluate whether I have really solved my customer problems or not. So the metric or the measure has to be customer facing, not our own internal. So if you look at D, how many products are added each week is a very internal measure to the company alone. It's me for the company. But whereas if you look at A, track cart abandonment rates, it's done by the customer. It's customer facing. Okay, that's what I would like to say. You take the call. Okay.
Right. We'll run by two more questions if that's okay. It's just a revision of what exactly is required to be understood. What is the key advantage of building a low fidelity prototype of a new website before investing in development? First option that we have is to test server load capacity. Second option, to quickly test ideas and gather feedback at low cost. Option C, to ensure final branding elements are ready. Option D, to finalize the entire product roadmap. I'd love to see the answers on this. B, B, B. Excited answers B. Nishant, we get it. You know the answer B. Nishant is excited. Okay. For people who have not submitted assignments, guys, you will not be able to get the certificate because that is not fall under the eligibility criteria for a certificate. As Nishant has very concretely established that the answer is B, and Vanchika, the previous answer was A. But yeah, this question's answer is B. Perfect. So, any doubts on this, please let us know. But if not, we will move on. And this is the last one of the last questions. The team generates 50 different ideas for improving the research and checkout process before shortlisting the most practical ones. Which design thinking principle does this reflect? Option A is divergent thinking before convergent thinking. Jumping directly to prototyping. Option C, minimizing brainstorming to save time. Option D, skipping ideation to stay focused on the problem. Okay, it's an
People are
A.
super confident.
Perfect. Right. One last question before we move on. That is, a designer suggested adding a night mode feature to reduce eye strain during late night shopping. Which design thinking principle is most reflected here? Option A, business feasibility focus. Option B, human-centered design, keeping user context in mind. Option C, rapid prototyping focus. Option D, cost efficiency principle. B, 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 B. Awesome. So this is correct then. Option B is the correct answer, as known by general consensus. So,
Consensus. We're going with we're very democratic.
all
So,
right,
I
Rohit, we
mean,
get
jokes
it.
aside, we will. I mean, people, if there are tough questions and many of you got it wrong, we will definitely look at it. And don't worry, we have your interests in mind. So, uh, you know, I hears us. I mean, I will do it when we reach the end. Is this the end where we start wishing them luck, good luck?
This is, yeah, I mean, we can skip to that and then we can
No,
ask
no,
them
no, no. Go
questions.
ahead, go ahead. Sorry, I don't want to steal your thunder.
No, this is it. This is the last one actually.
Okay, okay.
So,
So yeah, I think we've answered many of the frequently asked questions. Some printout questions are coming up. Do I need to print my hall ticket in color, black and
let me
white?
allow me to recap the entire session in a minute. So, guys, okay, for everybody who has just joined, who has some ambiguity, I'm giving you a 1 minute recap of the entire session that we just took. The entire exam will be of 50 marks, which will have 40 questions in total. 30 questions will be of 1 mark each. 10 questions will be of 2 marks each. All of them will be MCQs or MSQs. There will be no written or subjective question, no handwritten question either, all computer based. Your hall tickets are already with you. Xerox or original of your Aadhaar or any government based ID will be accepted. Um, you don't need to take the exact same photo that was on your hall ticket, so that is fine. Um, the concepts that will be questioned in the test will be the exam will be the concepts that are talked in discussed in the 4 weeks, that is week 1 to week 4, based on empathize, analyze, solve, and test, and the small modules and the tools that are discussed in it, like customer journey map, 5 whys, conflict of interest, feedback, things like that. Um, there are there is no specific attire that we prescribe. You can wear comfortable, decent clothes. Although please check the hall ticket if there are specific instructions for what clothes you have to wear. The exam will be of 3 hours, although there they might announce that you can leave early if you have finished. If you have done all the assignments, or if you have done at least 3 assignments, and have scored decently on it, you will be eligible for a certificate once you get enough marks on the paper. This is the distribution and the actual eligibility criteria for a certificate. Please go through this. Please click a screenshot of it if you want more clarity. Same details are also available on the NPTEL website and your course page. If you want to give out uh, proposals for your design thinking workshop, please go to section, or please go to the week 4 tab in your course page, and there you will find a Google link wherein you can drop in your ideas for your proposal. Um, if you go through the assignments, if you have done them honestly and understood the assignment questions, and you understand the concepts of discussed in the assignments, that should be good enough to start with your preparation. Of course, the more you know, the better. How can you know design thinking the best? The best way to do it is actually apply design thinking with any of your chosen users. That is the best way to understand design thinking, and keep trying and practicing and applying design thinking in your real life. But apart from that, if you are in a real hurry, just go through the transcripts of the videos. That should be more than enough. Um, Black and white or colored does not matter. Uh, Assignments will be still pass or question kara do, sir. So
I have a question from the YouTube chat, which
yeah,
says, I find it hard to understand Aries and Triz. Can you kindly explain it? So,
okay.
Aries, ARIZ, and TRIZ. So, these are two methodologies that Aries, starting with an A, is an algorithm of inventive problem solving, and TRIZ is the theory of inventive problem solving. So when I say think of the contradiction and resolve it using inventive principles, I'm following an algorithm. That is Aries, part of Aries. Aries is actually 85 steps, but 50 odd steps, but that is the algorithm. Whereas TRIZ is the theory that every problem has, can be solved until it hits a contradiction. When it hits a contradiction, we have a blockage, and you have to resolve that contradiction, define it in the form of a contradiction, resolve it using an inventive principle. I'm applying a theory. The theory is TRIZ, theory of inventive problem solving. So that's the difference between the two, and that's what it is. Okay, so I just wanted to cover that one question. Uh, are there any other questions, Sukar?
Sir, they're asking what divergent means. I've gotten that
Ha.
question a couple of times.
Okay. So maybe I can use a whiteboard. I've done this in the past, so I will use this again. Let me see if I can. Convergent and divergent. Okay, so this is, I think, somewhere a British school came up with this. I'm not sure who came up with the idea first, but how we explain it is in the following. I'm going to use a whiteboard. So here we have empathize, analyze, solve, and test. So these are the 4 stages of design thinking. In empathize, what we do is we increase in our view purview. We try to open up our mind and try to look at not the simple problem, but see it from different perspectives. What are all the problems? So that is called divergent thinking. It's as if you're opening up your ears and eyes and seeing more of the problem from the user's perspective. Okay. After that, we try to reduce the scope by analyzing and saying, yeah, there are whole bunch of problems possible, but we will now analyze it and see what are the few problems. We use multi-wise, trying to get the root cause and the conflict very, very precise. So this is what we call convergent. So this is the divergent part, and this is the convergent part. And after that, in solve, we open up our mind again and say, hey, how do I now solve this problem? I just don't want one idea, I want many, many ideas. Then we are into divergent again. So this is the divergent mode again. And after a while, you start saying, okay, I don't have infinite resources to make all ideas into prototypes. I only have money for one, okay, or time for one. So I'm just going to make one, possibly two. So it's convergent again. So this is what we call divergent, and this part is also divergent, whereas this part is convergent, and so is this part. It's convergent. Okay, so it's called a double diamond. You can see that we go in phases. We go divergent and then convergent again, divergent again, convergent again. So we sort of do this multiple times, and that's what we mean by convergent divergent. This is an observation. You don't have to be like that, but it turns out that's the best way to do it. And solve, it's better to keep your eyes I empathize, it's better to keep your eyes and ears open, because you don't know where the problems are coming from. And same with solve, you want to generate as many ideas as you want. So you keep your you can get as many people in and ask them to generate lots of ideas. So you're in a divergent mode. But in analysis and prototyping, we actually start focusing and get only a few. That's, we are into convergent mode. So that's what I wanted to share. Okay. Okay. People liked your questions. I think people want more of your questions. uh, I think you can look at past live sessions in this in your. I'm going to share a link where you can see the past lives. If you have the time, you can check out. We have shared more cases there. You can take a look at this link, online courses. You should be able to see the past courses, live sessions, and that will give you some idea. And check out the last live sessions in all of those. I see only one. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll find that other link while you guess. So there is, if you let me find that link. So Sukar, back to you. So I'm just looking for the link myself. I used to have it. Now I can't find it. I'm just getting the same link over and over again. Wonder why. Found it, I think. Let me see. Okay, so I found it. I'm going to share this link with all of you. In here are past live sessions also. You can find them in the link called live session. Starting 2019, 2018, the last live session of every course has always been focused on the exam. So you will see more cases there. Maybe that will help. That's what you have done in the past. We also recorded we recorded a frequently asked question. It's not there as part of this video for some reason. I can't find it. Anyway, we have, this should help. This live session should help. Okay, we are done. Sukhat, I can see you signaling. Oh, you can't mute yourself? Oh, that's crazy. Okay. That's what you're telling me. Okay. I couldn't understand. I said, well, what's up with Sukrat? Yeah.
Thank you. For some reason, you are the only co-host. So yeah,
Oh my God. Okay.
yeah. Uh, okay, I think we've touched upon basically everything. So just make sure that the students know that you know the four stages very, very nicely. Um, you know what exactly goes into the four stages of design thinking. Uh, One thing that is very, very important is that you keep the human, or you keep the user at the very center and core of your entire exercise, and you will, do well in the entire process of design thinking. Simple concept when you think of it, very nice concept when you actually apply it, and fun concept when you get others along. So that is all that there is, and we wish you all the very best for the exam. There are um, no more. There are people asking for important topics. I will give them the things again. Empathize, analyze, solve, and test, the four stages.
Those
The
are the four
concepts that
topics.
are
Yes.
the concepts that are talked in it, that are discussed in it, which are the customer journey map, interviewing customers, analyzing their problems, doing a multi-buy analysis, understanding the conflict of interest, testing, prototyping, getting feedbacks. These are the few topics that will be important. Please read the question very, very patiently. You will have a lot of time. Understand what we're trying to ask you. Understand what we are trying to possibly understand. See, the entire thing is that we're trying to understand whether you have understood the concept of design thinking or not. Um, and if you are patient enough, and if you have done the assignments and watched the YouTube videos nicely, it'll be, perfect for everybody. And I think Paras is sharing something.
Oh, were they allowed to share? Okay. I didn't know
I
that.
don't know. Anyway, so that is about it. I wish you all the best. And if you have anything, please write to us on the uh, Google forum that you have access to. Um, Apart from that, if you wish to connect with us on LinkedIn, you can. My name is Sukrat Dang on LinkedIn, and Sirs is Bala Ramadurai. Um, that's about it. Any last word from you, sir?
All the very best. Remain calm. You will do well. Just if you want to do last minute revision, go through the transcripts and some um the assignments. Those are the basic ones, and think of the application. That's the second part of it. So that's what we've been saying. The is PDF enough? No, it's not enough, but it'll be enough to make you pass the exam. But if you want to pass in flying colors, uh, we have actually used my book on karmic design thinking as a reference and a textbook as is prescribed. So there will be questions from there as well. So if you want to be the elite, then the book is definitely a must. But if you want to be an average performer, the video and the video transcripts and the assignments are your friends. Yes, that's what I would like to say. Yeah. So all the best. Have a good time at the exam. Take deep breaths. As soon as you settle, give yourself enough time to reach the exam center, and be calm. NPTEL team is very efficient, very good, very approachable. You can always ask your questions to them on the center also. They'll be happy to help you there as well. So, yeah, all the best, all the very best. See you on the other side of the exam. Tell us all about it. We're more than happy to help you even beyond the exams, for sure. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone. Bye. Have a good evening. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.